Evening, everybody. I got notes. This was my pumpkin field, and as you can see, I got Sudan grass, not pumpkins. So, lesson learned. Don't let Sudan grass go to seed or cultivate it. I think my problem was I planted 2 rows of corn in the middle, and cultivated it, but the Sudan grass came up. I let it go to seed last year, thinking that the seed would die off in the winter, but obviously it did not. But here's the thing I'm noticing. All right, more about my soil. Okay, last fall I tilled this out here. I don't know if I can do this with a hand, one-handed with the phone, but bear with me. But as you can see, majority of this is clover. All right, last fall tillage. All right, now I can barely get the shovel in the ground. All right, so I don't know if tilling it last fall and all the way to the snow throughout the winter created a hard pan on this soil, or if it's my clover. Because watch this, spring tillage over here where the Sudan grass was. Let me get in and see, I can basically bury that without any resistance. And I dissed it twice this spring, probably 4-inch depth, planted, no-till planter, and then cultivated 2 to 3 times with spikes and sweeps. So this thing should be, I should have some resistance. I hit a rock. But this is where my tire, see, where I mowed it, where my tire track is, it's easier than over there. But that's the thing I'm noticing. It's either fall tillage and the weight over the winter caused a hard pan out there, because that stuff's a brick out there. But over here, it's nice. Soil's nice. And this is my next year pumpkin field. This was spring tillage as well with summer covers. I just planted winter rye, clover, just a light amount, because I think I overdid it out in that field. I think that was at 10 pounds an acre, and this is only 2 pounds an acre. But this is the thing, and this is the bad area. This area right here was where my tomatoes hardly grew. Yeah, see that? See, it's hard to do with one hand. But I pretty much just about put that shovel all the way in the ground without hardly any resistance. And that's the thing I'm noticing with this. And this was spring tillage, double disced, and then left alone. I mowed it. As you can see, there's different levels, different green out here. I mowed this area probably 2 weeks ago. But it's just something I noticed about that, because the regen guys are saying that tillage causes hard pan, compaction. And I understand, yeah, because it's all nice and fluffy, and then it rains, and then it just compacts it. Then I understand, but here's the thing. The thing that I'm realizing is that, tillage works on this farm. It's always been tilled and this and that, and I don't know. Well, it doesn't look like I tilled because, that's Sudan grass. I'm eating the cost on pumpkins this year. But it's all right, lesson learned. But next year, I thought it through, and I've done, my best years of pumpkins was my weediest fields. But obviously grasses. And then over in that area is some pumpkins with corn. Now that area didn't have any Sudan grass in it at all. But I had a pretty nice yield. It's just under an acre. And it had, probably picked 4 bins of pumpkin so far out of that area. And there's probably another bin in there. So 5 bins in an acre, which isn't too bad. But the area where there's lots of grasses, I noticed that the pumpkins didn't do that good. But farther in where there isn't no grasses, I'm talking quackgrass, wiregrass, foxtail, just those grasses, pumpkins aren't doing real well. But in farther where it's fine in farther where there's no grasses and there's a lot of pumpkins. But I'm going to study, I've been studying further on weeds and what they do for the soil because there's a reason they're there. I'm just trying to figure it out. I got a few books on it. I'm going to study it this winter. But I don't know. I got to think this through on how. Wait, down at the other farm, I just did it. I dished up a bunch of foxtail. And that'll be my experiment because I plan on winter rye. And I'll see if next year, because that'll be fall tillage. This is fall tillage over there. Next year, if I notice hard pan over there, I'll know fall tillage doesn't work. Stay away from it and just do spring tillage. Because it's either the fall tillage or that clover out there that's causing hard pan. I haven't figured it out yet, but I'm going to. All right.